This is a simple guide to installing the Prowarm Underfloor heating system. This video does not replace the installation manual, so before you begin, ensure you have read the documentation provided in your Prowarm pack. If you are still in any doubt of the installation process, then call our Technical Support Centre. Before you begin, calculate the area where you want to install the heating to ensure you order the correct size system. Carefully measure your available floor area, remembering to exclude any permanent furniture or fixtures. It's very important that you don't order too much heating mat, as the heating mat cannot be cut short. Always make sure the mat size you order is slightly smaller than the total heated floor area. For instance, if you have a floor area that can fit 9.8 square metres of matting, then you would require a 9 metre squared mat. Do not be tempted to round it up to a 10 metre squared mat, as this will not fit. Once the heating area has been calculated, please contact us for advice on the most suitable system. Alternatively, you can send your plans by email or post them direct. In your Prowarm Underfloor heating kit, you will find the following: a Prowarm heating mat or mats, a Prowarm thermostat complete with floor sensor, a length of conduit housing for the floor sensor, a disposable roller, a bottle or bottles of Prowarm fast heat acrylic-based thermal primer, a roll of duct tape to help secure the heating cable where needed. You will also need to have the following available before starting the installation: a measuring tape, a digital multimeter, a pair of scissors for cutting the fiberglass matting, a hammer and chisel. Make sure your subfloor has been prepared to British Standard Guidelines. If you're unsure about this, then please contact our Technical Advice Centre. Additional advice on subfloor preparation and information on tile application can be found in your Prowarm installation manual. The next step is to install your Prowarm insulation boards. Our high-spec insulation system is ideal for maximising energy efficiency throughout your home, warming your room up to 10 times faster than traditional heating systems. Before installation, ensure the floor surface is clean, dry and free from dust. Always make sure the floor is primed using a suitable primer. Please contact us if you are in any doubt. Using a floor trowel, comb a thick layer of our flexible tile adhesive onto the floor. The Prowarm boards should be firmly laid in place as you go, staggering the boards in a brick-like fashion. Boards can easily be cut to the exact shape that is required for fixtures already in place or for renovations. When installing the Prowarm insulation boards in rooms with wooden subfloors, ensure they are secured with screws and washers at 300mm intervals. In wet areas, use waterproof jointing tape to seal the joints between the boards. If you are still uncertain of any part of the installation process, then please call our Technical Support Centre for advice. With your insulation backer boards installed, make sure the floor's surface is free from any dust and that any adhesive used is fully dried. Proceed to prime the backer boards with a suitable primer. Prowarm's revolutionary fast heat thermal primer is suitable for use with most flexible tile adhesives and levelling compound. Please call our Technical Advice Centre if you are in any doubt. Prowarm Underfloor heating mats must not be laid under permanent fixtures, including electrical appliances, baths and toilets, cabinets and other types of fixed units. Using a marker pen, sketch out all the areas where any units or permanent fixtures will be installed. Double check your measurements to make sure that your plan has the correct dimensions. Be careful not to order more than you can fit in. Remember, always order slightly less than the available floor area. Before continuing, you need to test your matting system using the digital multimeter. It's important to test the system before, during and after installation. Record your readings at each stage of installation on the Prowarm Guarantee Certificate. Check the Prowarm installation manual for more information. The power cable located at the start of the heating mat should be at no more than 2 meters away from the thermostat position. Do not stick or cut the mesh of the mat yet. If you are installing 2 or more heating mats, you must make sure that the 2-meter power cables can reach the thermostat position before unrolling the heating mat. If they do not, then please call us for advice on suitable junction box positions. The matting must never overlap at any point, and the heating wires must be at least 50 millimeters apart and must never cross at any point. The fiberglass matting on the Prowarm mat system can be cut and modified to fit a specific area. Never cut the heating wire, and take care not to damage the heating cable. Remember, these mats cannot be shortened in any way. The matting should be fixed in place using the double-sided tape on the mat. Additional cloth tape has been provided to secure any uneven area of matting. Do not use excessive long strips of tape along the edges, as this may cause bonding problems with the tile adhesive latex and levelling compounds. Ensure any tape is primed with a suitable primer before applying any tile adhesive or levelling compounds. The floor heating mat should be between 50 and 100 millimeters from the wall perimeter. When installing around awkward shapes, like a toilet for example, the heater cable can be removed from the mesh matting and placed loose on the floor to suit the shape, and then fixed in place with small pieces of tape. Keep all heater cable at least 50 millimeters apart and never cross the cables. In areas where you need to remove sections of fiberglass matting to allow the wire to fit around furniture and fittings, proceed with extra care not to cut the heating wire. Using small pieces of Prowarm duct tape supplied in your kit, secure the heating wire to the floor. Do not lay the heating system under furniture, fixtures, baths or toilets. Wire which has been removed from the matting should be laid at least 50 millimeters apart, and never cut or cross the wires. Do not shorten the Prowarm heating mat. Each heating mat has been manufactured to give a certain wattage and has been designed to produce a specific amount of heat. At this stage, you must perform another multimeter test to check that the heater has not been damaged during installation. Make a note of the multimeter reading on your Prowarm Guarantee Certificate. If the reading has significantly changed to the original, then this could mean that the heating mat has been damaged. Call Prowarm immediately for advice. Do not continue with your installation. Once you have finished installing and testing your heating mat, you can now install the floor sensor and conduit and connect it to the thermostat. The Prowarm Underfloor heating system must be wired via a residual current device, or RCD. All electrical installation work must be carried out by a certified electrician. The floor sensor measures the actual temperature of the floor, giving you complete control of the system. Place the floor sensor into the supplied black conduit before fixing in place. Enable the floor sensor to sit flush with the floor by carving a short channel into the subfloor using the chisel. The floor sensor should be flush with the end of the conduit. Then place a piece of tape over the end of the conduit. This will allow you to remove the sensor should it ever need replacing. The floor sensor should extend at least 300 millimeters into the heated floor area and then be taped down. The floor sensor should be situated evenly between two of the heating wires, making sure not to cross them. Conduct another test on your heating system using the multimeter. Make a note of the reading on the guarantee certificate, making sure this matches with the previous readings. If you have any questions at this point, then please call our technical support team on 01268 567 019. Once the heating mat has been laid, tested and secured, it can be covered with a flexible levelling compound about 5mm thick. Covering the heating mat with levelling compound helps protect the cables from being damaged before tiling. It's also useful in helping to ensure there are no gaps or voids underneath the tiles. Please note, it's not essential to cover the heating mat with levelling compound, but it does make the tiling on top a lot easier. Please make sure that if you are using a levelling compound, it is compatible with underfloor heating, the subfloor and floor covering. If you are planning on installing carpet, vinyl or wooden floor coverings, then make sure that the heating mat is covered with 8 to 10mm of suitable flexible levelling compound. Always make sure the floor coverings are suitable for use with underfloor heating and that the correct method of fixing recommended by the floor covering manufacturer has been followed. Before you commence tiling, ensure the heating mat and heating wires are taped securely to the floor. Always check with the tile adhesive manufacturer that the adhesive and grout you choose is compatible with underfloor heating. The tiles can then be installed as normal, according to the manufacturer's guidelines. Take extra care not to damage, cut or displace the heating mat or heating wires with your trowel. Make sure there are no air gaps or hollow voids underneath the tiles, as this can cause the cables to overheat. Make sure you don't use more than 10mm of tile adhesive, as this can affect the output of the system. Do not store boxes of tiles or other heavy items on the heating mat. Be careful to avoid excess floor traffic over the heating mats where possible. Do not clean grout lines with sharp knives or rakes, as this could damage the heating cables. Leave the floor adhesive to set for at least 7 days, then gradually increase the temperature on the thermostat over the next 7 days until you reach your desired setting. Don't forget to fill in your warranty online at www.prowarm.com. Any additional information can be found on our website or by calling our technical support team on 01268 567 019.